In this lesson, we're gonna study about survey. First, before the start construct, we need a site survey. It's because the boundary of the foundation should be specified with the position of the building in this site. The most important thing is the grid I mentioned before. Intersection of the grid are the center of the structure of column. So the grid should be considered. Benchmark point, BM point is also important. BM point is a specific position on the site boundary for a reference point to place the building accurately. A sequence of the work stacking, installing, better board, and leveling should be processed precisely. And so the position of the building can be specified. First, BM points provide the information of the level and coordinates during the construction. So it must be installed with the initiation of construction. Mostly, position of the BM point is determined in planning phase. And second, BM point should be installed above the ground level with distance 1 meter. Originally, BM point is only 1, but if the boundary of the site is abnormal or the proper reference point is in absent, 2 benchmarks should be placed. So the position of the BM point should be shown in the plan. BM point also placed bordering a road line and having similarity with corner of the boundary of the site. And install surveying instrument on BM point using GPS equipment. Weight on a surveying instrument should be vertical to BM points to install in correctly. Next, measure the distance between 2 points on boundary of sites. Measure all the distance from the certain point to the corner close to the point. So all of distance from the corner is available. Then a reference point of the building must be set up. For example, if I define 2 intersections from the grid as reference points, location of the intersection of each grid and boundary of the site must be checked. Surveying should be processed again for accurate measures. And precise reference point can be earned with measure distance. So 2 directions of the boundary are shown, and a reference point of the building and intersection of grid and boundary would also appear. This diagonal distance can be calculated by using Pythagoras theorem. So coordinate of first intersection is calculated. This method allows to find reference point of better board specifying survey points on every corner of the building. Apply it at the opposite side of the buildings. Now, all the possible reference points forming the entire exterior line of the buildings, which would be the reference of the parameter of the foundation.